when it comes to nutrition, we just need to understand macronutrients, which is proteins, fats, and carbs. Protein and carbohydrates has 4 calories per gram, and fats has 9. That's why peanut butter or some oil, some olive oil, let's say, a smaller amount has more calories than, let's say, a piece of bread. So what we need to do is base all our meals around protein. Okay, so imagine, let's say, chicken. Okay, you have chicken breasts, which is low in fat and high in protein, and chicken thighs, which is high in fat, which ultimately, because fat is 9 calories, it will have a higher calorie content. So you can eat both, it doesn't matter, but knowing that one will have more protein than the other, and if we're trying to consume a certain amount of protein, then we might have to eat a few more thighs. But because we're eating a few more thighs, the calories has gone up. So what do? We compensate this by, let's say, with chicken breast, you can have more carbohydrates on the side, like rice or potatoes. But with chicken thighs, because it has higher calorie content, you just you play the game of, okay, how do I reduce the amount of calories? Well, instead of having rice and potatoes, which would increase the amount of calories, we just have it with salad, without the sauce, a nice salad, and that salad is pretty much just water and has very little calories. So you play around with that, but base your whole meals around protein. The next thing I want to talk about is incorporating cardio for fat loss. Okay, you can't out exercise a bad diet. You see, for me to burn a few hundred calories, I would need to run maybe half an hour to an hour. For me to eat that same amount of calories, I could do that in less than a minute. And this is where most people go wrong. They start New Year's resolution with a 6 a.m. jog, 5K, and by the end of January, they've given up because it's very difficult. Unless you're tracking your calories and focusing on nutrition and how much you eat, how many calories you eat per day, or how many calories you don't eat, um, you're fighting a losing battle with trying to burn it. If you don't have your nutrition in check, it's like trying to swim upstream. The most important thing is focus on nutrition, focus on the amount of calories that we eat, focus on the amount of protein we consume, and then we're going to use cardio as that extra boost, that extra 10 to 20% to get us there quicker.